Hey guys, how's it going? It's Rob Sutton, and we're back here with another review today. So it's becoming increasingly important to have really good audio to go along with your video. It doesn't really matter if you're recording from your phone or a camera like I am right here. So part of the problem with external microphones is they can sometimes be difficult to use. So Saramonic actually made this BlinkMe external microphone system to be a lot easier to use with touchscreens. So let's take a look. So before we get into the pros and cons of this setup, let's go ahead and take a look at the specs so we know what we're dealing with. The Saramonic BlinkMe is a two-person next-generation wireless microphone system that delivers high-quality sound to cameras, mobile devices, recorders, mixers, and other 3.5mm TRS or TRRS input and USB-C devices. The touchscreen microphone transmitters feature 24 hours of onboard recording, active noise canceling, an OLED display, and customizable wallpaper and user interface. The transmitters have a built-in omnidirectional mics that can be affixed to clothing, including the magnetic clips and mounts. They feature a 9-hour runtime, real-time metering, mute, and noise reduction. The touchscreen receiver features a 24-hour runtime with mono, stereo, and safety recording on board. The onboard capacity is 8 gigs, which can hold 22 hours of 48 kHz 16-bit or 15 hours of 48 kHz 24-bit. The safety track recording on board is -6 dB, which means you can simultaneously record your main audio and a safety track just in case you blow up audio, you have a backup. The connection between the receivers and the transmitter is through a 2.4 gigahertz connection, which is good up to 100 meters. You also have real-time output for playback monitoring built into the receiver. You also have an app where you can customize buttons, wallpapers, and other features. So now that we've taken a look at the specs, what did I actually like about this microphone setup? First off, it's the ease of use. When you have these touchscreens to work with, it is so much easier to get your settings dialed in before you start recording. I mean, it's literally like scrolling through a phone. You get to go through all of your menus, set all of your parameters, and then you just get to recording, and everything is so much easier to use just because of the screen real estate you have to get your settings correct. And then the entire system is designed around magnets, which makes it really easy to say, put this clip on or do a puck like I have here on my chest. And then when you go to charge it, you literally just set them on top of the receiver itself and it magnetically comes in to actually charge the units. It makes for a nice little ecosystem that makes everything really easy to use and set up when you're ready to record. Then it comes down to the little buttons that you have on the transmitters themselves. Your noise reduction is right here with the yellow, and you have a power button on the side. And you can even customize these buttons within the app to actually do different things while you're out recording if you need to. It makes for a nice customizable setup that is really easy to use when you don't need the touchscreen to actually do any more setup. And then you have the onboard recording and specifically that safety track. There have been times I've had to redo videos completely because I got the settings messed up and I had too much peaking. And then as you could tell, because I'm recording this video all on these mics itself, the audio quality is actually pretty good. I mean, it's not going to be studio level with a mic like this, but at the same time, it is so much better than any kind of shotgun mic you're going to use on the top of the camera or doing the onboard camera mic itself. So with the ease of setup and really good sound quality that you can actually depend on, it makes for a nice overall setup. And then of course, for the $249, you get the 2 transmitters and the receivers. So you could do a 2-person shoot, or even if you're out for a long shoot during a day and one of these goes dead, you have a backup without having to worry about charging anything out on the field or in the studio. So it's a really nice thing to have 2 of these in one package that actually works together. So now that we talked about what I actually liked about this setup, let's talk about some of the drawbacks, because there are a couple. One, they are a little bit heavier. You're dealing with glass and a touchscreen versus some of the little simpler designs that are made out of plastic. So if you have some of the athletic material like this, you can find that they can kind of pull down on a shirt. And then there's the second thing. Well, it's kind of cool that you can customize these and put a wallpaper on it like you see right here with actually my logo on this microphone that we're using. I don't really see a lot of purpose in it. Normally when I'm recording, I'm trying to make any of the equipment I use disappear, much less draw attention to it. So I don't know why you would really want to put a picture on one of these and slap it on someone's chest when you really want them paying attention to the content and the people in it. And then the third one, which is a little bit bigger deal to me, there's no audio input into these microphones themselves. And where that becomes important is if you ever want to use a wired lav mic and then use this as the transmitter to the receiver so you're still wireless, you can't do that. And the circumstance you would really want that in is when you really want to hide any kind of equipment you have. You don't want to see a logo, you don't want to see any kind of clip. A wired lav mic you can hide a lot easier on a person than you can these bigger transmitters. So without that audio input into these, you can't do that. You are stuck using exactly these and not actually using them as a transmitter for a secondary mic to go to the receiver. So guys, overall, I think it's a really good product. They sound pretty good. And if you aren't used to using microphones like this, the setup and use is a lot easier than some of the other ones on the market. So if you're looking for something really easy to set up and upgrade your audio quality on your videos, this is a really great option. Now, if you're a person that actually needs an audio input into your transmitters, obviously this is not going to work out as well. So guys, I want to hear what you think down in the comment section below. Is this something you could see yourself using? Would this actually get you using external microphones because they're a little bit easier to use? Hit up the comment section. I'll answer any questions you have as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to Rob Sutton for more reviews like this in the future. And until then, on to the next one. Thanks guys. See ya.